Hey guys, I'm here with Karen Coughlin, the Nut Coach.
And this is FSM or X'd.
Hey guys, Stephen Kinsella here for FSM or X, and today I'm here with Karen Coughlin, the Nut Coach from nutcoach.com.
The Nut Coach.
The nutcoach.com. And today on the show, we have a two-part show coming up, and we're going to discuss the finer points of nutrition. But first of all, we're going to get Karen a bit about her background, her training in kettlebells and introduction to CrossFit, and just enjoy the show. We have loads of stuff coming up on nutrition and how to be healthy and just to live kind of a good life. So Karen, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me in.
Okay, so Karen, for people that don't know you on Facebook or Instagram or on your website, just you have a company called The Nut Coach,
Yeah.
which is an online nutrition company, and you do some seminars. You have two coming up, which will be links below, so you can check that out. But you also were kind of big into kettlebells as well. So kind of where did you find kettlebells in your training? How long have you been doing that? And
Yeah, so I started kettlebells, I think around 2011, early 2011. I did a lot of sports before that, tennis, hockey, field sports, mainly tennis and
very
hockey.
active person.
Yeah, a lot of running. I did a lot of triathlons. I was in a tri club down in Galway, did all my college down there.
Okay.
And as when I actually moved up to Dublin from Galway, I was out running one day and I was like, oh, my knee was sore. So I was like, oh, I can't run. So one of my friends goes, sure, come to a kettlebell class. You know, you might be able to swing some bells around. So started that in 2011, and that was my first introduction to weight training, kind of in disguise with the kettlebell. Yeah, so then just kind of liked it, had a bit of a knack for it. And as usual, kind of bit of a teacher in me, you know, in school, if I was good at maths, I'd help people with maths. When I started kettlebell training, I was good at kettlebells, kind of helped them with their kettlebell training. So that was my first exposure into the teaching, coaching side of things. So then people were kind of like, well, who are you telling me what to do in my kettlebell class? So I said, well, I better go off and get a little cert for myself. So I did, got qualified as a kettlebell instructor, first and foremost, yeah.
With who?
Igatsu, they're a Canadian company.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can't remember the guy's name now.
Yeah.
But anyway, Gatsu, yeah. So did kettlebells first, and then kind of was like, well, I enjoyed teaching the classes, started doing it really part-time, so then I said, may as well go off and do the personal training thing as well. So about 2 years after that, no, even 3, I'd say, went off then and did the personal training course, and that was kind of the start of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just kind of
escalated from there,
It tends to.
Yeah.
So you qualified qualified kettlebell trainer and qualified personal trainer.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about qualifications in part 2, so come back. So after that, now I know you're currently training CrossFit a bit out with Alan Doyle.
Yeah.
And you've just the best little gym in Dublin. I'm not going to say Ireland because I don't know everyone yet.
Oh yeah.
And you've just finished your weightlifting assistant coaches.
Yeah.
So you're constantly upgrading yourself as a coach and as a person.
Yeah.
So you're constantly educating yourself on how to be a better coach.
Absolutely.
How to get your clients better results.
Yeah.
Which is vitally important, I feel, in the industry that we're in, is to constantly keeping it, not necessarily that you have to have a certification list as long as your arm, but you need to be constantly educating yourself, whether you're going to seminars or you're just brainstorming with other coaches and just developing yourself. So I'm sure you've picked up a fair bit from Alan.
Yeah.
And sure, vice versa, he's learned from you, like he's had you in for
nutrition. Yeah, so it's kind of how I ended up doing the weightlifting or search last weekend. Yeah, Alan got in touch and asked me to come in and do a nutrition seminar for his clients, so I did, came in, and then he's like, sure, why don't you come in, train next week. It was kind of my first exposure to Olympic weightlifting, and I found I just kind of loved that as well. I think I just enjoy throwing anything heavy around. It doesn't matter whether it's a kettlebell or a barbell, it doesn't really matter as long as it's heavy and I can lift it. So I think that's the other good thing about the certifications as well, is not tying yourself to any one particular method. You know, who are you to say what's the best method for someone? So, you know, at least then you have more methods to use with your different clients as well.
That's it. And I think for like if you, the broader the background you have and in different training methodologies, you can become a better coach. I know for a fact that we have guys here at FSM that do not want to CrossFit. And we've guys that want to just weightlift. We've guys that just want to CrossFit. We've boot campers, we've personal training clients who don't want to work in a group. It's a community and it's great fun, but they want the one-on-one coach. We've people that run marathons and only train once, maybe twice a week. We have online clients. So you can't just go, right, well, I'm a weightlifting coach, everyone has to weightlift, because it doesn't work like that.
No, absolutely.
So obviously the more kind of feathers in your bow, the better you can deal with more clients. So I know some coaches out there believe that you should have one niche and that should be your gig and that should be it. I personally don't believe in that, because I started with the general bro gym, benching, bicep curl stuff, then CrossFit, left CrossFit, went to Olympic lifting, then went back to CrossFit. Now I'm kind of in a mix of training both methods. But if I was just told that I couldn't do anything else, I probably would have stopped training, stopped being a trainer, and
pretty much the same.
Being the guy sitting on the couch hoping to run a 5k with Ray next year. You know what I mean? Like, it's
exactly.
Nothing wrong with running 5k with Ray. It's a great thing. But the point is that if you don't have the outlets, where can you go?
Yeah, exactly. I'm the same. You know I train out of a CrossFit gym, but for me, it actually doesn't matter that it says CrossFit above the door. You know, what got me in there was the people, the coaches, you know, the environment, the community, you know, the results that we get. So it could say anything above that door and I would still go into that particular gym. So kind of.
And it's a good, it's a great environment to people in there as well. So that's a bit about your training. So now let's come to the next. So you started with nutrition. How did you kind of get into that? Was it just kind of your own personal journey first, and then you went and started studying, or was it just like, how did that come about for you?
A bit of a mixture of both. I think, you know, I'm not shy about my background. I come from, I wouldn't say terrible, but a long list of diets. So I think I probably was on a diet for a good 17 years of my life, so that's kind of giving away my age a little bit. But so
18?
I don't know, more. But so a long list of dieting, and then when I got into the kettlebells, I kind of was starting to look at nutrition then from a different aspect. I wasn't focusing solely on nutrition just to lose weight. It was kind of like, well, what can I do to enhance my performance here, because there's a sporting element to kettlebells as well, which I'm into as well. So I wanted to know, well, how can I better fuel my performance? How can I, you know, make use of my food to enhance that? So that's when I went off, and before I became a personal trainer, I studied sports nutrition. It's only a small cert again. We can talk about the relevance of that again.
I'm a sports nutritionist.
It's important to have. I have one of those up my wall as well. So so I started seeing nutrition now from a different light. Nutrition wasn't just about stripping away. It was about adding in, well, how can we inject something positive, you know, into your life, your performance, or whatever your goal is. So then once I started studying that, I was like, it was only a very small little aspect of it. So I was like, well, I want to know more. You know, that's my background. I'm an engineer. I want to know why. I want to know how. For everything, you know, I like to solve problems. I want to know, why am I doing something? I don't just like to be told why I'm doing something. So kind of just started looking up other stuff and kind of found this niche of evidence-based, you know, fitness and nutrition. And I was like, wow, there's actually science to this. It's not just, you know, blogs you read on the internet. You know, there's actually, you know, there's a rationale behind this. So then I went off and started studying it more. And then when I did the personal training course, when I decided to leave my full-time career and start doing what I did, the plan was never really to get into a full-time. But then when I realised the potential of what I could do with the information I just discovered, I kind of nearly felt obliged. I have to let other people know about this, because why is this information so lost? You know, why aren't more people accessing this information? It's there. It's pretty simple when you break it down, but you know, people just don't have the right access to it.
Well, that's I do agree, because I think nutrition is a rabbit hole, and it's mind-meltingly annoying. It does get there. But like as you said, you were an engineer first, so you like to know how things operate.
Yeah. Oh,
Now I know for a fact, I've read, I don't know, the book on diabetes by Dr. Bernstein. He was an engineer, he was diagnosed with diabetes, born with it, went through all his life eating a high carbohydrate diet, always felt crap, and then decided that there's something wrong here, there has to be a different way. The human body is a machine, I'm an engineer, I can fix this.
Yeah.
He fixed it, and then after the age of 40, he had to go and become a doctor before anyone would listen to him.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if he's still now, but when he wrote that book, he was the head of the diabetes in the world organization. Yeah. This man was an engineer, so he understood it.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a master's degree dietitian. I would take nothing away from anyone that puts their life and soul into that. I have actually a client who is a fully registered dietitian. Actually, she currently moved to Liverpool. But if you have a passion and understanding for something, you don't have to like spend, like you can change things and be an outside the box thinker. And then given that, like as you said there, you know the information, you've seen what works. It's out there, it's freely out there, you can Google anything, but there's so much. I Googled diets and nutrition, it was 48,000, 4,790,000 Google thing, going from all you can eat to like to the 1 day 24-hour 5 kilo weight loss challenge or something, and you it's a minefield, people trying to go through it. It's like going through IKEA, like you can't go through IKEA without picking up shit. So it's nutrition's the exact same.
Yeah, the way I describe it is first and foremost, you have to remember that nutrition is a science. It's not what a lot of people treat it like, a religion or an opinion. It's neither. I can have an opinion about how I like to treat or approach my nutrition. That doesn't necessarily mean it's the best approach for you.
No.
So nutrition is a science. The information is documented there in peer-reviewed literature. So I think the beauty of my background is I know where to go to get that information. And then I know how to read it, I know how to understand it, but best of all, I know how to translate it to talk to someone who doesn't. So that's what it is for me. A lot of people, when they say, well, I've done my research, well, you haven't, you've Googled something. So a lot of the stuff that you might find on Google, other articles, you know, it's basically just rehashed information, you know, a game of Chinese whispers sort of thing. They're just rehashing other people's opinions. They're not even necessarily their own interpretation of the science. It's second-hand, third-hand, fourth-hand, you know, up to 10th-hand information. So they're just rehashing opinions. So when people say they've done the research, they haven't. Unless you've been in a lab with a white coat, then
you haven't actually done research. You've read someone's...
I haven't even claimed to have done research on nutrition. I review the literature, but I don't do research on nutrition. I review the literature and I'll write it up in a way that people could understand it. So, you know, that's what I always say to people. It's not an opinion and it's not a religion. People treat nutrition like a religion. They get very dogmatic, very attached to one way sort of approach.
There is the extremists. I always joke it's the vegetarians or the vegans.
I was a vegetarian once,
And why did you stop being a vegetarian?
I copped on.
Nothing against vegetarians or vegans. You just kind of, you know.
Yeah, protein.
If you have to have something that's made in a lab to mimic something that's grown naturally, I think that's the problem with veganism. But sure, that's a whole different show. I have to get a vegan on this show. Like,
at least let them defend themselves.
But yeah, so you have extremists. Now, like a few years ago, it was the paleo thing, especially with CrossFitters, and you've seen that paleo has gone from what, like, there is extremists on the paleo Nazi kind of thing, and then they've kind of come around and they're a little bit more lenient now. I think the paleo challenge is a good thing. As a challenge. Not as a lifestyle. It's definitely very rare in our society just to tend to gear towards it. We just don't like the idea of it. Zone, detoxes, juicing, all that stuff. As much as it does my head in, but here's the thing, like, it all works. Like,
but why?
Weight Watchers works. But if you restrict anything, if you eat less, here's it. You want to know? Eat less, move more, you'll lose weight. That's it. No study, proven. If you eat less food and you move more, you will lose weight. Now, what type of weight you lose that's where it gets you.
Yeah.
And then your hormone response, and that's when it becomes a bigger thing, and that's when you need a coach.
Yeah. Not even hormones, I would go mind. So, you know, like not even how it physiologically affects you, it's how it psychologically affects you.
Well,
What's the diet do to your mindset?
I do believe there's a thing called food addiction.
Yeah.
And I do believe that people are hung up, and it is an outlet for so many. It's the biggest drug that's like not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have a bad day and then you're eating.
Yeah.
And
people
it's like
their emotions as well.
And it's amazing when we record our guys' food, the amount of people that would eat a chocolate biscuit, or they'd have a takeaway on the way home, or they'd have crisps in the car, but they wouldn't realize that until they do a full week's food diary.
Yeah.
And then they go, I've had a packet of crisps every single day on the way home, or I've had biscuits, or I picked up a bar, or I had something.
Yeah.
Like one client had 3 cans of Coke per day, 1,008 cans of Coke per year.
Right,
works out.
Yeah.
And then Sarah's day was telling us about a kid that at I think 5 or 6 years of age was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. His breakfast, his lunch, his dinner was immaculate, but the mother let the child drink pints of Coke at least 2 or 3 a day.
Yeah.
But she thought it was okay because he was eating healthy.
Yeah.
And you can see the naivety there, but you can also understand that. But she, in her head, it's okay for her to eat like that, or for her son to have the Coke because he eats really well, so it's a reward. So it is. It's kind of mentally, a lot of people just don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah. So I when I list down priorities in terms of what you need to get right for your diet, first one is your approach, and that is all about the mindset. So how do you approach your nutrition? How do you think about it? It's nothing got to do about what you actually eat. It's how you approach it. So, you know, all these lists of rules and blacklists of food, and you know, this all or nothing kind of thinking when it comes to dieting has to go. That's the first thing that has to go. The all or nothing, you know, I'm either fully eating all of the cake or I'm eating none of the cake whatsoever. So Monday to Friday, no cake. Saturday, Sunday, I eat all of the cake. And that's just how people diet, because that's how other diets tell them how to diet.
Yes.
So, you know, it's all about a mindset and an approach. And once you can kind of change that around and realise you don't have to do that, it becomes a lot easier then. Not easy, but definitely a lot simpler.
Yeah.
You know, and when you were mentioning there about the food diaries and tracking the food as well, I often find people, they don't count their food unless they eat it off a plate with a knife and fork.
Yeah.
So,
That's a big, because one of the other things is like, they were having food, but then they were having their kids' leftovers.
The leftovers is a funny
and they didn't realise that they were having so much leftovers.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is adding to your total calorie. Now, I don't do the calorie thing. It annoys me. MyFitnessPal is a great app, but I cheated it because I could have all the Diet Coke I wanted.
Yeah.
Because it was 0 calories, so I never reached my calorie intake.
Yeah.
So you can cheat, and I did that to prove that people, no matter who they are, will try and cheat your program.
Oh, of course.
I've had people try and cheat our program here, and some have. But again, at the end of the day, you step on the scales. Your photos don't look better. You're not dropping weight. Your inches aren't coming down. Like, you're not cheating me.
Yeah.
Like, you're cheating yourself. And that whole thing. But I find that one of the things, like, you have a coach. I have a coach.
Yeah.
And then you have. Sorry, my buzzer's going. So we'll. Nutrition, I think people need coaching.
Yeah.
So I think it's a big thing that people need to be monitored and coached on how they eat.
Yeah.
Because for most people, like, I'd even put nutrition as far down the road as Olympic lifting. You cannot just do it.
Pick up a bar and show.
You can't just watch YouTube and go, this is what I'm going to do. Some people may.
Yeah.
But the 90% of the population, especially in this country,
aren't
able to do it.
The three buzzwords I would use with coaching, any sort of coaching, but mentorship, definitely. You know, clear your mind of what you perceive as healthy. That's what I tell everybody, and I say, don't listen to anybody else except for me. You know, because that's what they're paying you for at the end of the day. So I still, even though you tell people to do that, they'll still send you articles they found on Google. Karen, what you think about that?
Yeah.
Karen, and I just ignored them, because I'm like, did I talk to you about this? No. Well then, why are you reading about it? You know, so dismiss that. So mentoring, you know, giving people access to the right information. The second one, accountability. You know, check-ins, whether it's weekly, day in, or daily, you know, whatever works for the client, whether it's once every 2 weeks. You know, if they know that someone is going to be checking their food diary at the end of the day, they might be more inclined to make better choices while they're trying to develop their new healthy habits. Yeah. And then the third one, just support, you know, high five.
Well, that's, you need to know that. And
you know, well done, good job.
We do like getting told that we're doing a good job.
Yeah, absolutely.
In training, if you hit a PB, gym's loving you.
Yeah.
And same goes for nutrition. I think that's it's a huge thing. So like 3 really good tips there. It doesn't have to be like this 20-page essay, screening form, recording everything about your life and your details.
No.
Just I like for us, and kind of from what you've been saying, is you start small and just support it and let it grow and slowly make changes, rather than you're not allowed, because like if you're not allowed to have the glass of wine, if your outlet is a glass of wine on a Friday night, why would I be the dick and go take that away from you? It's the one thing. You can give up everything else if I ask you to. But I'm going after the one thing, and that's what I find a lot of nutrition. You're all in or nothing. And I've been working 3 years on a program, and that was the thing I just kept coming back to. I can't be all in. It has to be systematically good. If you're an athlete, it's different. If you're a bodybuilder competing, doing something, it's a different. It's an individual. You're competing for competition. We've got to look at it differently. But for the average Joe, who 9 times out of 10 just wants to look good naked, stand in front of the mirror and go,
just feel good about themselves as well.
Feel good and have energy. You don't have to beat them over the head with it.
No, absolutely not. I find the other thing as well is you give them the choice. So, you know, another thing I say all the time is it's all about making informed decisions. Well, why am I making that decision? I make my decision. I experience the consequence. Oh yeah, that worked for me. Oh, I'm going to make that decision again. So that's how it is for me. You give them the choice. But if I told you you can't have your wine, that's all you're going to think about all week. But if I tell you, if you want a glass of wine on Friday night, have it. But then you get to your Friday night and you go, well, I'm going to think about my long-term gains here or short-term gratification. I'm going to go, I'm actually going to pick my long-term gains here. So I'm not going to have the wine. But you made that choice yourself. You know, nobody told you to do it. So people rebel against diets all the time as well.
All the time.
So that's the other thing. So you take away that and you give them the choice. So they have the freedom. They, you know, you allow them to make those decisions. And they learn from them.
They have that better sense of kind of, okay, I'm going to make a choice, and it's going to be, if I have the wine, it's okay. But if I don't have the wine, it's even better.
But if you make the decision, you know, you live with consequences. You have to be happy. If you wake up the next day and you regret that choice, well, maybe that's a lesson to teach you, well, maybe that wasn't the right choice. But if you wake up and you go, I enjoyed that glass of wine, let's move on. Well, then that was the right choice for you.
And even at that point, is that it is okay to have it.
Oh yeah.
You're allowed to have, like, I know, like the cheat meals or blowouts or whatever you want, sins. I don't care what you call them. This Saturday, I'm going drinking. I will be having drinking after a competition. I'm on a 6-week program. I'm doing it with our clients. I will record it in my diary that I had alcohol. Big time. I'm probably a burger on the way home.
It's your choice at the end of the day.
But I'm fully aware that that's my choice and I'm making it. But I train hard, I eat clean. But if I make a bad choice, I'm not going to beat myself up over it. That's
absolutely not.
Very big thing. So, guys, that is part 1. We're going to come back now. Part 2, we're going to discuss just a small little thing that's been a little whirlwind in Facebook at the moment, about some Carberry's chocolate and I don't know, some about like eating it and every day. So we're going to talk to Karen about her 30-day challenge. And another thing that kind of gets up my nose an awful lot, I'm kind of touching on a little bit, is regarding whether you're a personal trainer or you're a nutritionist or a dietitian, certifications and what it takes, what you need to have to be listened to in the world. So we're going to see you back here in 2 weeks. We're going to record this in about 2 minutes, but we'll see you back here in 2 weeks. Cheers. Hey guys, don't forget to head over to our YouTube channel and click the subscribe button and check out FSMRX and be the first to get the latest interviews with top coaches and athletes. Also check out 365 Results for better tips and hints on fitness. Go over to our website, crossfitfsm.ie, and download your free Rogue Nutrition ebook. And check us out on Facebook and Instagram at CrossFit FSM.